Okay, we are live and on time. Wonderful.
Yeah,
We're going to start getting the hang of this.
man, you are. I'm trying to throw a little bit of everything at you. Sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm here, and this Eric Nelson, he knows what he's about. Uh,
No, 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 no.
but now, Eric, what is today?
uh, Today's All Saints Day.
All Saints Day. Yeah. What do we celebrate today?
Well, I'd say the title gives it away. It's pretty much it's a feast for all our saints. Yeah.
That's right. All of those citizens of heaven, and I love that All Saints Day and All Souls Day are back to back. So today we had three masses celebrating all the saints, and tomorrow we have three masses praying for all the souls in purgatory. And those two are so close together on the liturgical calendar because every soul in purgatory is meant to be a saint in heaven, but we get to accompany them with our prayers. And so it's a nice blurry boundary between the souls in purgatory and the saints in heaven, because we don't know. Some of the people we're praying for might already have entered into eternal glory and are using those prayers to pray for others who have no one to pray for them. So it's two of my favorite days of the year. I think November 1st and November 2nd. Um, yeah. Do you have you ever had any particular devotion or liking for one or the other, or anything? Um,
Well,
that
actually, yeah, I think it's a special time for me and my wife because they fall right between our birthdays. My birthday is on the 30th of October, and Marie's is actually tomorrow on All Souls
oh,
Day. So we always make it a habit to go to Mass on All Souls Day on her birthday. So
wow.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We have a personal connection to it. So
Well, happy belated birthday to Admiral Eric Nelson. He's not actually an admiral, but for some reason I like calling him Admiral Nelson. But happy birthday to you. You finally turned 30 this year?
and then some.
Gotcha. Cool. So for our calendar for the week, obviously today, big day, holy day of obligation. And so we had the three masses. Tomorrow we have mass at 7 a.m., at 12:10 p.m., and at 6 p.m. And that evening mass, it counts as the adult faith formation for those parents who have to go to at least four of those over the course of the year because their kids are getting sacraments. And so we figured, well, we could teach about the faith or we could do the highest prayer of the church. And so we decided, you know what, mass is going to win out this time. And so instead of religious education for the kids, actually, they are invited to participate as well. So that 6 p.m. mass is going to be, I think, especially beautiful with being able to pray for um, all of our loved ones who have preceded us onto their eternal reward. So that's tomorrow, Wednesday, All Souls Day. And then on Thursday, there won't be any Mass because all of the priests are invited to a convocation or a big meeting of the priests that we have in Albuquerque. Typically, that convocation lasts 3 to 5 days, and we haven't had one for the past few days. So this year, they're at least having a 1 day little meeting, and hopefully next year we'll be able to get back to the full thing where we get to gather together and support one another in our shared mission here in the Archdiocese. And so instead of Mass, our normal Mass at 6 p.m., what are we going to have, Eric?
Communion service
That's right. With whom?
with me. Uh,
That's right. So it's definitely worth going to because, I mean, you get Jesus. That's the number one thing.
that's definitely.
Um, but it's, I think, a great honor for a parish to be able to help support someone in formation. And so we've seen that honor with the seminarians that have been here, and we've kind of helped them with some of their practice homilies and when they got to do special things. Well, what's even cooler about Eric and the other guys in the diaconate formation is that not only are they being formed for holy orders, but they're being formed to serve here someday. So you have even more of a vested interest to um, help in that formation, to support. And this is one of those things that, as a deacon, will be doing a good deal of reflecting on the scriptures and giving people our Lord. And that's exactly what you do in a communion service. So hopefully, it's a packed church tomorrow. Just for you, Eric.
Or the day after, you mean, right? But yeah,
Oh,
no,
not
tomorrow,
yeah,
back tomorrow for you.
for all the souls and prayers.
For all the souls and prayers. Yes.
Gotcha. So then, keeping on with our schedule for the next week, um, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, normal, except here's the big reminder: it's daylight savings time. So fall back, people, fall back. Um, But the big news for me is that I am going to visit our two seminarians that we have studying at the North American College in Rome. We haven't had anyone studying there for some years now, but these two are a very special case. Their names are Martin and Kevin, and they're from Nigeria. Um, and we realized that the best way for them to be able um, to come over here to and first get some good seminarian education at a seminary affiliated with our American bishops would be for them to study in Rome. They are just doing great there. I try to keep in contact with them, but with my work in the vocations office, one of the things to do is each year to visit all of the seminaries where we send seminarians to both speak with the priests that are forming them and to check in with them. And so they twisted my arm, and I guess I'm going to go to Rome to visit them this week.
Oh my goodness, terrible, terrible, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah, it's a rough life. But I'm really excited for it because I haven't been back there since I finished my own studies. And you know, you spend 5 years of your life in a place, and you come to have a particular love for it. So I'm excited to go. I'm gonna be leaving on Monday, so I'd ask for your prayers for that. Um, and then, even though the actual meetings at the seminary won't take more than about 3 days, I'm not going to cross the Atlantic just for 3 days. And so I decided to use a week of my vacation time as well to go meet with some friends and then with my family in Poland during that time.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
So I'll be back in about a week and a half after I leave. But know that I will be praying for you all at all of the holy places. I will be enlisting our seminarians there to pray for you all in a special way as well. And if you have any special intentions, you can send those my way. You can have my email addresses in the bulletin or on the website, or it's fr.michael@sacredheartclovis.com. Send me your intentions because I want to pray for you all more specifically, in addition to just saying I'm praying for my parish. Yeah, one of the cool things is I'm going to be going to Siena, which is where I had done my first Italian immersion. And I have a very dear love for St. Catherine. And by God's providence, our mission is named
I
St.
was
Catherine.
about to say, there's a coincidence for you.
And so we're going to try and find a statue for our mission church there in Siena.
Oh, wonderful.
The shrine that's been built up where her home, where she grew up, was. So it'll be a nice little bit of Siena that we have here in Melrose.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, so that's my life. And thank you all for your prayers.
Oh, we're gonna have to find a volunteer for next week's stream, since you'll be gone.
That's right.
Oh, we'll have to plot and conspire that before you leave. Okay, we'll think of somebody.
So I was thinking, and I don't want to throw her under the bus, but I'm totally fine throwing her under the bus. There is an unknown person that I'm not going to name, so I'm not actually throwing her under the bus. But she has been organizing something for the veterans of the parish and of the broader community, and that is a special mass for them and a luncheon after that mass at the parish on Veterans Day. the 11th of November on that Friday. So I was hoping that maybe she would be able to be the guest.
Yeah.
She's not on Facebook, so she's not even going to know that I'm throwing her under the bus. We're just going to have to call her out later.
That sounds like a plan. See, so that's next week, next Friday. Yeah. No, unfortunately, I'll have to miss that. I have to go to Albuquerque for formation, but let's see what else is next week. We have we have a big election next week, and I know
right.
this is not a political forum, but I think it's worth saying that as citizens and Catholics, we have an obligation to both to vote our Catholic conscience. And I think that's worth mentioning. So, just to remind everybody to go out. So, be sure to do your vote before you leave the country. I guess you'll have to do it this weekend. Yeah.
No, I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah,
because thankfully they have early voting. Is quite easy, but some of you might be thinking like, yeah, but I mean, it's tough because I don't trust these people and I don't trust those people. Well, thankfully the church gives you some guidance on what are the principles, what are the most important things, and you can find those by going to usccb.org, and you could type forming. Faithful Citizenship, I think, is the name of that document. And there they make it quite clear. There's a lot that goes into it. A lot of very important things, but the preeminent issue, what they say, is abortion. And I think especially in our state right now, with Roe versus Wade being overturned, it's like, okay, now it's back in our hands
yeah.
to be able to legislate state by state. Of course, it's not the only issue, so I'd encourage you to go to the usccb.org website and form your conscience and realize, yeah, I need to do my part to ensure justice for the most oppressed, the unborn, the poor, the disenfranchised, the forgotten. So there's my soapbox, and I'm staying on.
No, well said. Well said.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
I think that's it, Father. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah,
Well,
it's always good to add on, to end on a slightly controversial note.
that's right. Make him come back next week, right?
Right.
Well, we wish you well on your trip, Father. We really do. May God keep you safe and all of His angels protect you on your way there and back. And I hope you get to endure your time with your family also.
Thank you.
And
I'll actually be traveling with a familiar face, Father Angelo Marquez, who was here in Clovis a few years ago. So.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, he'll be accompanying me for it, so it'll be fun.
No shenanigans.
No
shenanigans. All right, Father. All right, I guess everybody, good evening. God bless, and we'll see you next